this is Ray. Today is Saturday, August 28th, 2021. For me, another day of social distancing. Hope that you, your family, friends, and loved ones are doing well, staying safe, getting vaccinated. I really don't have much to talk about today. This week has sort of been a blur, but last Monday I did receive my third dose of Pfizer, and after taking the vaccine, I paused my CellCept for a week. Actually, it was a week that I paused it. This past Tuesday, I went to the clinic to have my blood drawn, and they're going to test it for antibodies to see if it produces antibodies against COVID. I don't have the results back yet. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. As a matter of fact, I didn't even ask because, just grateful to have gotten that third shot. Hopefully it's going to help and give me a better peace of mind when it comes to being out and about, and try to return back to normal. So, ever since the pandemic, actually even before the pandemic, when I was hospitalized many times, I wasn't going out much anyway, so not much has changed for me in 3 years. Basically, I was diagnosed with lupus back in the summer of 2019, May 2019 to be specific, and I was down to my lowest weight, down to 145 pounds. I was bedridden for almost a month, very depressed and not really wanting to do much anyway. So my life before the pandemic, shortly before the pandemic, and through the pandemic is not much different. I guess the biggest difference is that when I went back to work, I was in the office for only a few months before working from home. So I've been working from home now since March of last year. Gone back to the office a few times, but not often. And ever since this Delta variant has been around, I hadn't gone back into the office at all. Just don't feel safe enough to do it, even though I double mask wherever I go. And I was in my own separate office, but now that people are walking around and about, using the restroom, going to kitchens and things like that, and I don't know if they're wearing masks or not. Just can't chance that. I saw an article this morning where they were saying in my area the wait times in the emergency room now is up to 7 hours. Now, if you hadn't been to the hospital, or if you hadn't had any illnesses, or getting birth or anything like that, understand what a wait time of 7 hours would be like. That's a nightmare. I went to the ER, twice. The first time I went, I was in such bad shape I couldn't hear anything. I could barely talk. I had to sit down. They had to get a wheelchair for me to get me into one of the bays to treat me. And I was fortunate because I went there it was like 4 or 5 in the morning. I was just in bad shape, and went in there, got treated. There was basically no wait time. The other time I went to the ER, there was probably actually I went 3 times to the ER, but the other time it took about an hour before I was able to get treatment. And then there was one time it took me 15 minutes at most. But to think, to have a 7-hour wait time, and I'm dealing with a chronic illness, and I really need to get into the doctor, into the emergency room, or even to be admitted, that's a nightmare. And that's where we are, because there are a lot of people going to the hospital now that have COVID, and I just don't get it, especially because we have the vaccine available. And that's the thing about it. You can still catch COVID even if you have the vaccine. I get that, but what the vaccine does is it protects you from hospitalization, protects you from death. And a lot of people don't think about this, but the cost of being in a hospital, especially in America, is absurd. It is ridiculous how much it costs to receive the treatment that you need. And a lot of people don't consider that until it's too late and they get that bill and it's like, I can't pay for this. It's like, well, you don't really much have a choice now. You got that bill, you can either pay for it, you can not pay it and jack up your credit, or have to file for bankruptcy. And then guess what? If you're not a homeowner, you may not be able to get a home anytime soon. So there can be a lot of consequences to not being vaccinated and going to the hospital. So as always, I'm going to encourage you to encourage others, if you don't have the vaccine, to get the vaccine, and encourage them to get the vaccine. It's just as simple as that. One of the things that I have going on before this month ends, so basically today or tomorrow, I'm going to take my last module to get this designation, and I can't tell you how difficult this journey has been. This has been a long time coming, doing all these exams, doing all this reading and studying, but it's not over yet because I have to make a decision whether or not I want to take other courses that are different designations aside from this. And actually this morning I was thinking like, I could go this other route, but it would be a continuation of studying, and I want to take a break actually. So I think I might take a break for the rest of the year, and then in January get back into doing coursework and things like that. I don't know yet. I have to decide that, but okay. So I really don't have anything else to talk about. I'll just be rambling on. If you've watched this far, thank you. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. You'll know when I post my next videos, and I will see you soon. Take care.